Senator Hoeven.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Secretary, good to see you again. Appreciate all your good work. Hope you're enjoying it. Great to have you in the slot. I'm going to start on a shared experience, and it actually relates to something that Senator King just mentioned, and that's the Bakken and the shale. And we actually shared that experience during the period we went through, in the, say, 2000 to 2010 era where we cracked the code on the Bakken and the shale play. I was in the governor's office and worked on policy to help create a good environment so that entrepreneurs like you and the companies you created could get that done. You did. Great. And obviously producing an incredible amount of oil down in the Permian and the ranking members, state of New Mexico, obviously Texas the lead. But in our state, we've produced over 5 billion barrels out of the Bakken as a result of that. A lot of energy we don't have to get from foreign sources and adversaries, right?
Yes.
But we need to put essentially now we need to do it again. We need to crack the code again. Now we need to develop the carbon CO2 floods that are going to bring out probably an equal amount or more, given that we're only getting, less than 10% of the oil out of the Bakken shale and the other shale plays. We now need to develop these floods. We've used hot water and other things, but really the CO2 will be much more effective. And we can put a whole nother life on this energy production. Domestic, high quality, highest quality oil right here at home. Talk to me about how we are going to get that done. How we're going to crack that code again.
Yeah, great question. So there is research, in private industry on this, and there's research at the Department of Energy. And in fact, the guy I picked to lead the fossil energy office, which will be renamed the hydrocarbon office. I really don't like some of the names we've got in the department. But in any case, he's a technology guy, and one of his big focus is just what you said. What's next? He's a young guy from North Dakota, actually.
Oh, I got to be sharp then.
But he's a high-tech guy who wants to look at what technology is 5, 10, 20 years out of the road. And you're right in that the single biggest target of that next generation is enhanced oil recovery out of shales. We can get 10% out with the technologies we've got today. How do we get more? And I think you're right that it's likely that the most viable ways to do it will be some kind of miscible gas that's injected underground. CO2 is certainly a great candidate for that.
There's others.
Could be ethane or methane, but 100%. And your research center that you've got in North Dakota with some great technical people there has been leaders in that effort, and I suspect will be growing leaders in that effort. One of the things, if I can ask one thing for the whole Senate, is please help confirm my people. I've got 10 people that have gone through your committee that are sitting there, and I don't have them in the office. I don't have them on the team because of some procedural thing. They've already been vetted. They've already got bipartisan votes among this committee. I would desperately need some more people in the office to help me, including on this one.
Glad you made that pitch. Very important. We're all aware of that. And we all do what we can to help make that happen. I appreciate that. We talked a little bit about critical minerals. We have a very interesting project going on in North Dakota right now with Talon Metals. They're affiliated with Rio Tinto and some other, big mining companies and that kind of thing. But essentially, they're mining nickel ore out of Minnesota, which has very rich ore deposits in northern Minnesota, bringing it over to North Dakota, and they're actually setting up a processing facility at what was the Westmoreland coal mine, which was a coal mine that shut down, reopening the mine, but for critical mineral development. They will process the nickel, and then that will actually go to Tesla and other places that need the nickel for batteries so that they're not buying that from foreign countries. And then the tailings will be mixed with coal ash to produce building materials. Talk to me how we do more of that. You mentioned the project in Wyoming, but this is a project in North Dakota. Same thing, where we're now going to get critical minerals here at home, and the key is do it in a commercially viable way. That's what we got. This stuff works when we make it commercial. We can do all of it. The question is, can we make it commercially viable, right?
So, Senator, one of the things I'm excited about this time we are right now in our country's history, we built big things and we innovated and we built giant things, and then we became a country where it was easy to stop things and hard to do things. And we just killed the mining industry. It just shrunk to a few existing mines. No one's built a new mine in this country forever. But I think we have a different attitude today in America, that we use these materials, they come out of mines. Shouldn't they come out of our mines? Because not only do we have the materials here, but we can drive innovation to do smarter mining and better mining. But since it's all been out of sight, out of mind overseas, the amount of people that study and think about mining in our country has shrunk so small, and it's up to you and I and everyone in this room to make mining and materials processing sexy again. But I believe we will, because it's now national security. We've seen the downside, national security downside of this, but yes, we need to get going on this stuff, and I think what could happen in the next decade is thrilling.
I love that. We're going to make mining sexy again. That's a great way to put it. And we're looking forward to getting you out to the Energy Environmental Research Center, which you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
And again, thanks for all your great work. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Senator.
Thanks, Mr. Chair.